14 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis and David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Canes ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Notre Dame's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
He'll take it on the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the league?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Got his man in the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Give to the back. It's a seam wide open. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got trouble trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The field goal is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back, trying to break this scoreless tie instead and knock it off the post.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Quick pass on the fly motion. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Carr. He lobs one high down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's loose. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal coming up. Power ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's lost. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 20. Kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. past the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Carr. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed in the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Made a defender miss. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. That's caught. It's Bowman. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To throw, it's back. Quickly out to the tight end. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The pull and throw off the RPO. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Ernie on the Jets. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Trying play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Under fire. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the quarterback
job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Punt is on its way. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they decide to try out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Well, the kicker's 0 for 3 right now in this football game, and we're going to find out just how mentally tough he is. We've got some football still to be played. They're going to need him, but he needs to get right in his mind. He's got to find some way to get his confidence back.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's blocked. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Quarterback on the keeper. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. They've got the screen set up. Breaks the tackle. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Kick is in the air. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Canes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Here come the Irish back on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Carr. On a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Just needs a crack to get a return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm
right down the middle. There he goes. It's a touchdown, Canes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab over the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Hunt is on its way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This kick would be hard enough straight on. 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All
right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. To the air. It's back. Jukes his way for more. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Canes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Makes the catch. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets it to him on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Irish send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Behind the
job by the defense because they're doing their part, especially these last two drives now. Trailing here in the second half, but not by much. And they know if they just keep getting it back to their offense, good things are going to happen. Really nice job on third down that time, getting the sack and now giving their offense another chance.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury tent.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They send the tight end in motion. To the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, going up top. Looking deep down the right side. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They go to the ground. Wide open spaces. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's back. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of avoid the sack. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quick release by the QB. Turning it on! And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Back to throw. It's Beck. Got his man. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stand of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he can go. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Wants to throw again. Bears the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Canes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Power football with the run. Or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he scoots his way to the first down offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Carr. Here's a hit. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends. They'll max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They booted away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll give it to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds his man. It's Fletcher. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Pressure coming. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every...
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Canes looking to convert on 4th down. Trying play action.
That might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. And they he can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. The give on the counter. Burrows is waiting for a couple. He's out to the 8. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Rushes on him.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up on tempo. They're ready to do it again.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way downhill.
Look out, he's got room. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the front.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. On fourth down, going to the air. Holds it in, the first down and more. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Good completion on the out. And the defense drags him down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll go back to the air on second down. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Under fire. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run. Get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down for 38. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.